What's up, everyone? Welcome back to My World of Stocks and welcome back to our community portfolio series for the month of January 2024, where we do an update video every month to see how the community stock portfolio is progressing and how we're doing so far on it. Which, by the way, this is not my larger personal portfolio. I actually just made a video for that recently. If you want to check it out, it's up on the channel. But instead, this is my brand new budget portfolio that I'm creating from scratch, and we actually just barely started it a couple months ago. Now, the rules are that I'm only allowed to deposit $100 into this account every month so that it's easier to follow along with on a small budget. And I post every single transaction that I make on our community Discord, which you can get access to by signing up on Patreon, or you can just simply wait for the monthly update videos like the one that we're doing today. But either way, the point is to have full transparency on this portfolio, showing you all the numbers and keeping you up to date on everything that I buy and how much I'm either up or down on every single position as we go along. It's a ton of fun, and it's probably my favorite new thing that I've added to the channel because I just love the interaction of it all. In fact, this past month I actually posted a couple of polls on both Patreon and YouTube where I let you guys vote for different stocks to add to the portfolio, and that was super fun. So we'll definitely be doing a lot more of that going forward. But overall, it's just been a ton of fun, and I can't wait to kick off the new year here with another update video for you guys. So let's dig into these numbers and let's take a look at how we're doing so far. All right, so as you guys know, we use SoFi for this account, which I'm still absolutely in love with. It's been super easy to use, no issues, no glitches or anything like that. And I really just think it's an awesome all-around investing and finance app that everyone should try if they get a chance to. And if you do want to try it, I do have a referral link down in the description. It does help support the channel, so thank you for that. But on top of that, you also get $25 worth of free stock, which I do think is pretty cool. I think it's awesome that there's just a product out there that I actually genuinely like and I can recommend it because I actually use it myself. I think that's cool. So I do like to recommend it when I get the chance. But anyway, going back to the portfolio here, to finish off 2023, the portfolio came in at around $210 with just a slight drop over the past month of less than 1%. And because I've deposited $200 so far, this currently leaves us up about 5% on the portfolio, or roughly $10. Again, we just started a couple months ago, so it's obviously going to take some time to build this up larger, but so far I'd say that everything is going pretty well and according to plan. Now in December, I actually made fewer purchases than normal, which was mostly due to the holidays, really just taking up a lot of my time, with friends and family and stuff like that. And I even uploaded less on YouTube, which I don't like it when that happens, but thankfully I'm back now and I'm ready to kick off the new year a lot stronger, so I'm excited for that. Anyway, while it was a much less active month, I did still add to a few positions, notably 3 dividend stocks in Bristol Myers, Medtronic, and Verizon, which, by the way, Verizon was actually a brand new addition to the portfolio because the majority of you guys voted for it on YouTube, where the poll got over 1,000 votes, and that was pretty cool. There was actually a couple of close runner-ups, though, in Target and NextEra Energy, so I might want to pick up at least maybe one of those here in the near future, because I actually have a lot of buying power right now, which I'll show you in just a second. But going back to the purchases here, on top of that, I also added some Amazon, which won the core foundational stocks poll on Patreon. But I also added some more Microsoft too, just to go along with it and bolster up that position a little as well. Because of the low activity though, I actually have a pretty sizable amount of cash now just kind of sitting on the sidelines with nearly $100 of buying power, which is close to half of the entire account. And normally I would spend much more of this. So in the coming weeks and months, I'll definitely be looking to tap into these reserves and build up some larger positions. I want to go in heavy, make some big purchases here in the coming weeks and months, which I am pretty excited about. It would also be nice if the market could have some volatility, maybe go through some dips because it is up a lot right now. It'll probably depend on what the Fed is doing, but overall, I definitely have the firing power. I definitely have the fuel to go in and take advantage of any market volatility. So I'm hoping for that. But either way, I'm going to be having to buy pretty heavy here in the coming weeks and months just because we have so much cash, and we actually have more than you think. I'll show you a little bit later in the video. But as far as what we already have in terms of stock positions and whether I'm up or down on any of these, well, here's a screenshot of all the stocks in the account. And I went ahead and organized them for you into a few different charts so that it's easier to understand. But just keep in mind, this does not include our cash reserves. This is purely the stocks that I own. But as you can see here, Google, Amazon, and Medtronic currently make up the 3 largest positions in the portfolio, which I am happy about. I love all 3 of those stocks, and I definitely want to buy more of them in the coming months. I do wish, though, that we had a little more Microsoft, but it's such an expensive stock that I have to be a little careful with how much I buy into it right now at today's prices. But the rest are all pretty good here too. Maybe Pfizer and Alibaba could have a little less exposure given their higher risk. But again, you just have to remember that this portfolio is brand new, so it's going to look a little weird for the first year or so until we build it up larger and increase some of the individual positions that we want to matter more and have more influence. In any case, switching over to the best and worst performers so far, well, SoFi has actually taken the lead now with 16% gains. While Medtronic is also strong at 10%, there's a few in the single digits, and then Pfizer and Alibaba are both negative at 1% and 3% drops respectively. So I may want to lower the cost basis on those a little bit too, but we'll see how they progress along. Of course, money shouldn't be a problem in January though, as I just deposited the required monthly $100, which now brings us up to over $300 in the account and a much larger cash balance than I'd really ever want to see here in relation to our stocks. So I'll definitely be looking to go in heavier here in the coming weeks and months. It's okay. It's not an issue. It's something that I actually enjoy. I love being active, and I'm ready to kick off here 2024 with more videos, more research on stocks, and more activity, more buying, more long-term purchases, and having that long-term mindset. So I'm actually really excited about all of that. But looking ahead, what stocks will I be looking to buy with all of this extra cash? Well, I'm definitely thinking dividends. That's in my head right now. This is a very small portfolio that I'm building from scratch, so I need as much growth as I can get. And dividends is just one of the best ways to build up a portfolio over time, because you not only can potentially have the stock price increase, but also be collecting dividend payments. So I definitely want to build that up. I'm thinking stocks like Tyson Foods, NextEra Energy, maybe even some Target. Who knows? I mean, those were pretty high up on the polls. I'll probably be running more polls for different dividend stocks too. But I also want to add some more Medtronic. You know, we have some great biotechs, and I'm actually down on Pfizer right now, so we could add to that too. There's also Verizon, who has a monstrous yield. So there's definitely a lot of options there. But on top of that, I think we can also bolster up some of the core holdings as well. And so I'm looking at Google, Amazon, and Microsoft and others. It actually feels kind of weird that I don't own any Tesla in this portfolio, because in my personal one, it's one of the biggest, absolute biggest positions. So I may look into some Tesla too. We'll see. I gotta check it out. But there's also just some AI plays in general that I'd love to add to the portfolio too. Maybe some NVIDIA. I know Tesla and NVIDIA in general are up a lot, you know, throughout the past few years, but I would still want some more exposure to AI, especially in a brand new portfolio, a small, young portfolio like this. AI can fuel some growth there. And so I'm also thinking of stocks like C3.ai, maybe some Baidu, which is actually down a lot. So that could give us some growth there. And then maybe some Palantir. I know that one's up a lot too, but maybe we could do a poll on some AI choices and you guys can vote for some of them, or let me know down in the comments section if there's any AI plays you want to recommend to me. But on top of that, I think we could also maybe look into some more spec stocks, which, you know, they are higher risk, so we don't want to go very heavy on those. But the good thing about spec stocks is that if you happen to get lucky on a couple of them, they can sometimes skyrocket and they can give you some huge growth there. So, you know, as long as we can kind of minimize the risk a little bit with some of those and not go too heavy into them, they will have some gains potential. And I'm looking at stocks. I mean, I just actually made a video for the 3 stocks January video. I included a spec stock Fiverr. May look into adding that one to the portfolio, but let me know. I'll probably run a poll for spec stocks too to see what you guys like, but I'll definitely be looking at some names there. And then what else? Just looking over my notes here if there's anything else that I added here that I want to mention. I think that's pretty much it. I'll just leave it there. hope you enjoyed this month's update. Let me know if you have any suggestions for the portfolio. I love getting feedback from you guys, especially in a portfolio like this where I want it to be very interactive. I call it the community portfolio because I like to have a lot of interaction with you guys. I kind of want it to feel like we're building it together. So please, any recommendations, anything at all, any feedback, drop it in the comment section. I'll be reading every single comment. And I think that's about it. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for all the support, and I can't wait to have a great year with all of you. So thanks again, my friends. Hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.